Yes, we're going for the sienna next. I just put on the second coats there in between because I know you don't want to see me put a second coat on. You know yourself. It's just to build up the color to make it more impressive as well. Now what I have my sienna here. Just checking to see. What we want to do is just put a little bit of water into it. Okay. We don't want it too strong. It's transparent by nature as well, so it's a lovely colour to work with, but it's going to change now when you put this in between the greens there and the furrows. It's sort of the clay, we'll say, or whatever. But anyway, watch what happens anyway. And we're going to make sure that we leave a little border as well at the greens. I presume like I don't have to put in at this stage. Do you know what I mean? Like you're going to leave a little irregular gap, and it thins as it goes towards the distance, okay? But if it doesn't thin, remember you can come back in with the magenta if you want to reline it again. Okay, and we're working with the small round brush again. Okay, ready? And these strokes are going to be flat. They're going to be going across like this. They're not going to stand up the way the green area did. See the way I'm just laying it on now? Can you see? Laying it on, and the thing is as well, it's going to need a second coat because what did I say? By nature, it's transparent, and you just follow the shape that's there because you can see it's getting narrower as it goes off into the distance. But it's just going to add another little contrast to it, and it does something to that magenta, which is fabulous as well. Warms it up in a strange way, almost gold. But I'm just putting this one coat on first just to show you. Okay, because I'm going to have to go over it again, but this type of application is just little strokes, wherever you can fit them in, making sure you do them erratically, that you're not going right up to the green and doing it perfectly around those irregular shapes of green. You just want little dots to give a feel for it, an impression, okay? You've all heard of the impressionist, but that's what it's about. You just want to feel. Oh, what do we always say? Paint what you feel, not what you see. Okay, going right up there as well, little dots in there, a little dot there. I'll dry this later on and put on another coat when I get a chance. We're just going to run out there, going to have to put some more in. Okay, have another break there if you want, or just enjoy brine in the background there. That's all we want, more brine. Okay, now here we go, just continue on this line just to show you. And you can take your time doing this, okay? But you can see the way the magenta now is reacting with this, and the way all the colours are just, wow, I just love them. Love them with this base, I've used this base in quite a lot of paintings, even street scenes as well, crowd scenes, and obviously it comes into my abstracts as well, because my abstracts are all about colour, exploring colour, the celebration of colour. Okay, now that's all we can do there for the moment. We're happy, and sort of finish off, make sure they're nice and uneven there as well. Some of them plopping out there if you want, appearing to overflow, from that. Okay, now we're going to dry that, and we'll put on another coat later. But while we're here, I have it here now, as a captive audience, I want to show you the next colour, which is amazing. It's the pink, the portrait pink that we love, We use this for lots of things. We use it in skies. Use it in abstracts, we use it in portraits, even though if you tell us not to, but it's perfect for portraits, just with a burnt umber and cadmium red, and we can use it no problem. Okay, I've had a nice mixture there. Now we're going to start jumping across. We're into this level here now, and we're going to do strokes that are just slightly over to the left, a little bit over to the left and upright, okay? And you're going to start doing them like so, okay? Can you see me starting off here? Nice and irregular, I don't know what it is. It's something that's growing there, and it really adds to it, whatever it is. It's a lovely piece of canvas area there, just to play around and to make busy it up and to make something else of it, We don't care what it is, This is all from imagination, as I said. I probably have seen something like this when I was in France at one stage, or on different occasions. I mean, I picked grapes there. I did the vendage there back in 1979 with a very good friend of mine, Robert. We spent about 7 or 8 months in France doing, traveling around and picking grapes, and it was amazing time to be over there. But anyway, that's history. Now look, let's have a look at this. Can you see what I mean? Okay, nice and loose. You see, I wasn't even thinking about it. That's the best way to do it. Don't even think about it. Just go for it, you know, all the way across, all the way. Letting that, what are we letting through? Can you see what we're letting through? Are we letting through orange or green or sienna? Yeah, we're letting a bit through, but it's the magenta again. We want to get that sense of the magenta coming through, okay? There you go. And what I want you to do then is, just because I feel like it, I want to do a few little dots down there as well, at the bottom, okay? A few little dots. Just add another little movement to busy it up a little bit. Doesn't matter how if the dots are overlapping or whatever, just to give it another little bit of excitement as we get towards the foreground, okay? More dots going all the way across, and I'm just jumping around here to my heart's content. You know, that's the way to do it. Jump, 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 just to get that movement into it at the base, okay? This is a bit Van Goghish, I think. You know, I'm getting a feel of Van Gogh here now, because one of my favourite artists, you know. It was his birthday the day before yesterday. He would have been 165 years old. Imagine that. Poor guy died when he was 37. Wow, what the amount, the legacy of paintings that he left is just unbelievable. Okay, look, here you go. Now, I'm going to clean my brush, and immediately, I can't wait to show you this then, we're going on to our cadmium yellow deep. Whoa, look at this. Can you see it? We have it right here. Look at my messy palette. There's nothing wrong with a messy palette. That's what art is all about. It's about celebrating colour, and you know, you don't have to lay them out exactly in particular tones and all that. I don't know, that's a bit OCD for me. I prefer them all over the way. Look, I've two palettes here, look. Completely messy. But within the perimeter of my palettes, you know, I don't have it everywhere. And I'm using just the amount of paint that I'm using, you know, I'm not squeezing out the whole tube. Okay, so we have that there. Now what we're going to do is, we're going to the last little area here. Well, sorry, the second last area here. And we're going to apply the strokes slightly more over to the right, okay? Like this, slightly more over to the right, okay? Can you see what I'm doing? And wow, is this going to brighten it up? Okay, and what do we do? What do we let through again? We let through the magenta, the medium magenta, which is an amazing colour. You see the way I'm moving around? I'm not even thinking about the strokes. If I thought about them, I'd probably make a mess of it. You just let your hand flow, let it flow, and don't think about it. Don't think about something else, in fact, you know. Think about how much you're going to sell this painting for when you have your show, when you have your one-man show. Now look at that, see that beautiful yellow coming in there, look. And the bottom again, make it uneven, those strokes, okay? And they can, you know, overlap the pinks a little bit, but you can see the way it's all coming into play. I probably will go over those again when I dry them. I'm not going to dry them yet, because I want to move on to the cover here in the foreground, which I told you about, the sap green on my other messy palette. Look, probably put out a little bit too much of that, but it doesn't matter, we'll have to go over it again. And wait to see, remember that was the green that we mixed for the furrows, for whatever's growing there. Now, same idea, nice little mix of it, twist the brush, yeah, can you see, sorry. And what we're going to do then is, so we're going to keep to the right again, in the style of, we're not going, maybe Van Gogh would go to the left. I think it's such a small painting, we don't want to make it too confusing, so these strokes are going to bring it right up in front of you. Okay, just watch them, okay? A little slant to the left, okay? Whoop! Not the canvas, please. Okay, hold the canvas in position. Bring it up over the lip of that, of your easel there. Keep going back, because you want to load up the little round brush for this idea, okay? Doesn't matter if the yellow is wet, this is going to give it the busyness and the blending that it needs. If there's a tiny bit of blending, so what? Let it happen. Okay, yeah. Oh wow, look at this. Now can you see the way it's coming together? Can you see your perspective? You've learned so much about perspective in this painting, and all it is a flat piece of canvas. There's no depth in that canvas. You're making the depth with your painting, with your lines, with your perspective in the furrows, with the colours as you come towards the foreground to get that distance in colour. And as you can see, it's working out quite nicely, I think. Quite happy with that. But what I'm going to have to do is, we're going to have to take a little break here until I dry these, because I want to go over them a bit more just to bring them out stronger. Okay, and you can see it, can't you? Can you see it? I can. I just think it's fabulous at this stage, and I'm sure yours is as well. But I'll be back in a second because I'm going to put the second coat here on the sienna and bring up the pinks a bit more. It's too boring to watch me doing that. So, okay, see you soon.